What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So yes, I am back. I do have a video for y'all today. We're talking about market and pricing analysis on TCG Player and eBay for Metazoo. I do think this is a buyer's market. I think this is a great time to buy. There's blood in the market. A lot of people are in fear. They're selling some of their products. The economy is not doing that great, right? Gas is going up. People are trying to save money. They don't want to spend money right now. The money they are spending may be on new products, right? You have Wilderness coming out. People are trying to pay for sets and may not have the money for the stuff that they want, so they have to off some of their product. There are a ton of reasons why the market is going down. So when we look at Metazoo, I've been seeing it across the board. A lot of people are saying that Metazoo is coming down in value. Is it going to fail? How is Metazoo going to fare going into the future? Now, once again, I've said this once and I've said it plenty of times before. I do not think that Metazoo is going to fail. When I look at their Discord on a daily basis, I do not see any lack of them going into different product verticals, different collaborations, and pumping out really cool products, right? I do not see Metazoo slowing down, lacking in any form, and there's a lot of great stuff and exciting stuff still coming out, whether it's a video game, a TV show, maybe an IPO, right, for the company. You also have another Tops box coming out. You have Wilderness coming out really soon, and the list goes on, right? There's a $250,000 tournament. It just doesn't stop. So right now, I'm looking at the market, and I'm noticing blood in the market, right? There's a lot of blood in the market, which means the prices are coming down by a lot. Now, since the beginning of time, when I was talking about Metazoo, right, which wasn't in the very beginning, but right around the time that first edition Kryptonation was hovering right around $700, it hit $800, hit $1,000, hit $1,200, and then pretty much for a few months, it stayed between $800 to $1,000 for a Kryptonation first edition box. Now, for the first time in a while, I'm starting to see these boxes dip below $800. I'm seeing them in the $700 range, possibly in the $600 range. I'm also seeing Kickstarter boxes come down by quite a lot. So Kickstarter boxes on TCG Player, you may still see them around $11,000, $12,000. But on eBay, you have seen some a lot lower, possibly even as low as $6,500 to $7,000, and even around that range on Facebook, different Facebook groups, marketplace, and in places of that sort, right? So you can find some really good deals out there. So if you are a new player to Metazoo and you're not in it for the investment right now, you just want to get your hands on some cards, then Kryptonation second edition is definitely a great pickup. Now, when you come on here, if you buy your stuff off of TCG Player or anywhere of that matter, right? If you're not really up on Metazoo, you don't understand what's going on, then really ensure that you're looking at it saying second edition or first edition, because first edition is still going for a lot more than second edition, but the cards are the same except for the blue ink if you pull it, the secret rare from the box topper out of the booster box, or the hanger, right, the Walmart hanger. So, but these products are very cheap right now, and I think they're a very great pickup. For example, you have the second edition spell book. It says the market price is $28, but check this out. So if I click on it, it says $13. Now, the shipping is $15, but the last ones that sold was between $13 and $28.50. Now, you can see a lot of the second edition products have come down quite a bit. So you had the high right around $39, almost 40 bucks, and it has come down to about $28. And you had one recently sell for as low as $13. Now, there's a lot of great stuff that you can get in the spell book, whether it's the first edition or the second edition, pretty much the same. You get 10 booster packs, 60 card sleeves, a token kit, a metallic coin, hollow promo card, and a Kryptonation mat. You cannot beat that for the price. That is a great thing to pick up if you want to get into Metazoo and get a lot of cool gadgets within one box. Now, this release event box, $14, you get 3 booster packs. That is pretty cool as well. You can get some cheap booster packs on here as low as $2.61. Now, when you're looking at your second edition booster box, the MSRP was $140 on the Metazoo marketplace. Right now, they're going for as low as $70. Recently, these were between like $80 to $100. The MSRP was $139.99, and you've had them sell for as low as $70. Now, you do see the market going up, going down, going up, going down. That's what all markets do, whether it's stocks, crypto, NFTs, collectibles. It doesn't matter what it is, right? A lot of people start to fear psychologically when they see the market starting to dip. When it starts going into a downtrend, people fear and they want to sell it, and they start wondering if their investment was actually a good investment, even if you're doing it just to collect, right? Nobody wants their stuff that they buy to go down and lose a lot of its value because we start feeling like it's worthless or like we made a poor choice. We shouldn't have bought it on the secondary market. And you don't have to fret about that because first you have to go back to the fundamentals and basics and look at the company. And if you believe in it, like I always say, right, I believe in Metazoo. So I know, now this is my opinion, once again, not a financial advisor, but this is how I feel, is that I know that Metazoo will go back up in value, right? The market will go back up because they have too many catalysts coming in the future and too much hype and too many people love it now for it to just flat out deadline. It's just not going to happen. So you have to look at this as a buying opportunity. Now, Argos, he came out with a recent video talking about the market as well. He makes some awesome videos. I watch him. And one thing that he said, which really made sense to me, is that nobody knows where the market is headed, right? We cannot firmly say it's going to keep going down or it's going to go up. I do feel like we are not at the bottom. It's going to keep in this downtrend for a little bit more because it's not there yet, right? The prices are starting to go down. Unless the economy just quickly recovers and people start spending money and stuff like that again, I do not see this downtrend done just yet because I don't see a reversal for a lot of these products. So nobody can really tell you which way the market is headed. You have to make that decision for yourself. And if you think it's the right time for you, if you think the amount of money you want to spend on something that you've been eyeing for quite a while is right for you, then it's time to pick it up. Now, an example, one thing that I did is I just bought a PSA 10 Kryptonation First Edition full holographic Mothman because I've been eyeing it for quite some time. And when I was looking at it, it was roughly between $1,200 to $1,400. Right now, I just found one for the low $700 range. I snagged it today, and I am stoked about buying that card because to me, that's a grail in all of Metazoo, right? Having a full holographic first edition Mothman is a grail card within Metazoo, and it was between $1,200 to $1,400, possibly even more, and it's pretty much half the price. Now, looking at this box right here, same case, right? If you bought two of these for $70, you're pretty much getting two boxes for the price of one at MSRP. You cannot beat that. There's so many great cards in here, and I do think that second edition will go up in value with time. Now, if you want to continue looking at Nightfall and other products on TCG Player, you can do that as well. But let me just go back really quick and just show you. Now, this is your market data. You can look at the pricing analysis. You can do 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. It depends on how long the product been out. You can look at the median price points, the last sold. You can look at the market price, but this is not your be all. There's a lot of places out there to buy cards. You also have eBay. And I like eBay because one example is the Kickstarter boxes right now on eBay are actually a lot cheaper than I've seen them on TCG Player. So let's go ahead and look at a Kryptonation First Edition booster box and how much they cost on here. I believe the lowest is actually right here. So we have $779, our best offer. It does not look to be in pristine condition. This one right here looks pretty crispy at $788 and $10 shipping. Now, what I do sometimes, I don't want to lowball the sellers, right? I want to be respectful, but I always still reach out to them and ask them would they go any lower because they do not have a or best offer on their listing. But I have done it in occasions where I reach out to them and ask, is this the lowest offer that you will take? And there have been times where I've had them send me an offer that was lower and I get a better deal. Now, be careful, right? Because sometimes there's still better deals on eBay if you can wait a day or two or a week. You don't have to rush in and buy one of these products because this is currently the lowest on the market. Now, $779. Now, if we go back to solds and let's see what the recent sold was, right? So we have sold items and let's go to a booster box. All right, that's second edition, definitely not $122. $595. This was March 15th. It was a few days ago. We have one with no box topper, so make sure you're reading these listings, right? This one doesn't come with a box topper, and that means that they open the box. This one right here does not look to be open. A brand new box, $595. That's what I'm saying. If you look at the market like a hawk, you watch the market, you will find deals like this. $595 for a first edition booster box. Recently, these were over $1,000, and they're still in the market right now at the lowest for like $700, $800, and people are snagging them for under $600. and it says or best offer. So we do have some in the $700 range, but this is such a great market right now, right? A Kryptonation first edition box is a great thing to have in your collection if you do not have one. You have to make that decision for yourself. If you've been eyeing one, then check it out. One last thing I want to show you before we wrap up the video is looking at the Kryptonation Mothman, right? Because we all know that is one of the grail cards in all of Metazoo. So we're going to look at a Kryptonation full holo. Let's go ahead and back it up and put first edition. I don't want to end up buying a second edition. And we're going to put a PSA 10. And we're going to see how much the price is. So the last sold, it actually says $700. So recently, this card was right around $1,200 to $1,400. So right now, it's pretty much dropped half of that, right? It's dropped half of that. So let's go ahead and look at ended recently. It's probably the one I bought. I bought mine right around $760. It actually hasn't even shown up yet. It's actually right here. Okay. So I bid on this one and I won this one for $760. You have them at $780. You have them at $750 and as low as $595. This was actually a few days as well. So sometimes you can snag some really, really good deals on here. And be on the lookout, right? Because these cards could still be coming down in value. So this is definitely the time to be watching Kickstarter samples, slab cards, Kryptonation first edition. It's a good time to be buying. So let me know what you think about the market. Let me know what you've been picking up. And go ahead and add to the conversation, right? I do think that Metazoo's in a downtrend. I do think that it will reverse at some point, right? It could be a month. It could be a week. It could be a few days. It could be a year. And that's what I do. You know, that's something else that Argos mentioned is that he waits until that market comes down and he has that right buying opportunity. I have no reason not to wait. I don't care if it takes a year. Eventually that market is going to drop. People don't want to believe it. Eventually it is going to drop, right? Pokemon dropped. And another great example, right? Pokemon was hitting rock bottom prices. I saw a reverse holographic e-reader Charizard and I was like, wow. I snagged that thing for like $1,200 and I'm like, this is a heck of a deal. Recently, this was like a $4,000 card and now it went down to $1,200. And a matter of like a month later, this card is like $2,200, right? About $1,000 gain on that card. So sometimes you just have to wait it out. You have to wait for the market at the right time. And sometimes the market recovers a lot faster than you believe it to. And there's also a lot of things in the market that's still doing quite well. Just because Metazoo in some areas is going down doesn't mean all of it is going down. It's the same for Pokemon. Just because that PSA 10 Charizard has come down in value, it could be $20,000 that came down, whatever the case, doesn't mean that gold stars and e-readers, right, your Sky Ridge and all that stuff is not going up in value still. Those are grails. Go ahead and make those choices on your own. Just let me know what you think. Drop a comment if you like the video. If you like this type of content, I will do more. And I will be back soon with another video. And I'll see y'all later. Out.